Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I'm going to show you right now is something that we talked about last night on our live stream around the Trump would-be assassin. We said that the left was going to line up and quickly say that they were Republicans, so it's okay, you can ignore the assassination attempt. Well, that didn't age only perfectly. Everything I'm about to show you is linked into the description box below, and we're about to go through exactly what you and I discussed around reaction to get away from the idea that Trump was attempted, or an assassination was attempted again on him. I'm about to show you what the left is doing and blow their perspective out of the water. As I said, everything will be linked. Make sure you leave some comments down there in the comments section. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, because we have got to spread some freedom, and the only way to do it is to share everybody you know with this information. And thank you in advance for that consideration. Now, I'm going to paint a picture for you guys on something as I get everything wound up here for the extravaganza of silliness we're about to cover. But you remember that story that we covered in Massachusetts where the guy ran across the street and attacked a legal protester who was legally carrying, and then the legally carrying protester who was attacked, defended himself with a firearm, was arrested? Yeah, that's something that can happen to anybody. He was above board. He got arrested, not the assailant. That's why you need something like USCCA to get you covered in the case of the crazy, overwhelming blue leftist tyranny agenda to go after the people who are defending themselves and others legally. USCCA is something that could help this guy or you in that exact same scenario. They've got options for red flag law coverage. They've got options to defend you in the case of something going wrong, like this scenario where you are clearly in the right. You have someone in your corner. Please check them out in the description box below. It's worth a look to know your options, because you never know when this exact same thing can happen to you when you are going about your day. And thank you to them for making this content possible. All right, people, listen. We have got to dive into this because we talked about this last night, and I mentioned in the intro, the left was going to quickly line up and say the attempted assassination on President Trump was done by a Republican, so therefore ban guns and hate Kamala and go for Kamala Harris. We called it. We said it. You can watch the live stream last night. Well, here you go. Let's get into this, and I'm going to show you the proof of why they are abjectly lying. All right. This is Ryan Routh, the man who allegedly tried to assassinate Trump today. He voted for Trump in 2016. He apparently supported a Haley Vivek ticket in 2024. So when the MAGA world says they keep trying to assassinate Trump, what they apparently mean is Republicans keep trying to assassinate Trump. Yeah, and then there's a picture of the would-be assassin. Okay, we're going to keep on going on this. We're going to blow this out of the water, but just to kind of prove the point of how dumb this all is, this is Ed Krasenstein. This is also a well-known leftist X-profile. Wow. Just wow. Ryan Wesley Routh, the alleged attempted assassin, appears to have been a Republican supporter of Vivek Ramaswamy and Nikki Haley. Weird how these are all at the same time and they're going to the same talking points. Here is a post he made from earlier this year on X calling for Haley and Ramaswamy to join a winning ticket now that all can get behind. What do you make of this? And there it is right there. Although it's interesting, he didn't put up the other tweets that he put about, saying save our democracy and Trump's a threat to our democracy. That's just weird. Anyway, let's keep going. Look, I even made sure I hit that point right down there. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Now this next one. Let's really establish the baseline here. Lindy Lee, who couches herself as a political analyst. Trump's second attempted assassin was a former Trump supporter. And former is an interesting word. We'll come back to that. His first attempted assassin was a right-wing extremist. Talk about Thomas Crooks, that piece of crap who tried to kill him in Pennsylvania. Yeah, there's questions about that one, particularly when he donated to Act Blue. No big deal. Pelosi's attempted assassin was a MAGA lunatic. Oh, the guy who was crazy? Okay. January 6 terrorists were all Trump supporters. Wow. The madman who attacked the FBI was a Trump supporter. Spot a pattern? Okay, Lindy Lee, let's just dive into your comments before I break it down with actual fact, because, to be honest, a lot of you guys did a really good job. So now, of course, right on brand, Republicans are blaming this on Democrats, and as usual, it's one of their own. I'm highlighting the points of what they're saying. They're saying Republicans are the ones trying to get rid of Trump, and it's all Republicans' fault, and all guns, and all rights, and all Republicans. Well, you guys really hit this one out of the park. Yeah, great story, but here's an actual voter history. Dude was a Democrat. Now, STFU, as you can see right there, voter history right there, primary election ballot, Democrat. All right, let's keep on going down. You guys killed it on this one. He was an Act Blue donator 19 plus times. Act Blue is a fundraising site for Democrats. He was a huge Ukraine supporter and loves Democrats. Stop the lies. Here's another little snapshot. Just another lunatic Democrat supporter. There's the same guy. Proud dad, proud LGBTQ plus member, proud Dem, don't follow if you're a MAGA, anti-Nazi, anti-fascist, anti-racist. Are there any questions about who this dude is? Okay, maybe you had some more questions. Here's the actual history of the 19 plus donations to Act Blue and Democrats. Here's the house and the truck with an actual picture of Harris Walls on there. See if I can get in and zoom in here for you guys. Scroll down. I can't scroll down. You know what? Heck with it. I'm just going to do it this way. Look at that. Biden-Harris. That is weird. That's weird. And that, by the way, Campbox, that is his company. That's just odd. I don't know. It's strange. So now that we've established the community notes ain't having it, let's jump into real world. Again, I'm dedicating an entire video to this because this is just asinine. I'm going to zoom in again. This is from 3 hours ago as of this morning. This is from The Guardian, as you can see up there in the URL. Voter records show the suspect Ryan Wesley Routh registered as an unaffiliated voter in North Carolina in 2012, most recently voting in person during the state's Democratic Party primary in March of 2024. Federal campaign finance records show Routh made 19 small political donations totaling $140 since 2019 using his Hawaii address to Act Blue, a political action committee that supports Democratic candidates. Interestingly enough, it also supports Harry Sisson. It also supports Chris Mowry, all the little talking heads that are, 19 years old spouting their breathless claims of democracy now and don't end democracy with Trump. It's weird how all of that's connected, but don't worry, guys. It's a Republican. It's a MAGA. It's a gun rights supporter. It's a two-way activist. It's your fault. Everything on this guy's history says big time not MAGA, big time not conservative, big time not gun rights activist. This guy is a freaking Democrat. And I'm not blaming this on Democrats. Unlike the far left and the gun controllers, I can actually delineate between different points. However, I am going to flat out say that you cannot blame this on Republicans when there is no evidence to say this person is a Republican and everything is in the contrary. Again, let's hit this again. There's the same guy. We've established that's his face, only now he's got blue hair and white hair. Here you go, something from ABC News this morning. On June 10, 2020, Ralph's apparent X profile directed a post on X at Trump in which he said he supported Trump in 2016 presidential election, and that's what they're saying, he's a Republican. But Trump had become a disappointment. I will be glad when you are gone. Yeah, they don't say that part, do they? Yeah, no, they don't. Here's another one. Several X posts in March 2020 referred to support for then Democratic presidential primary candidates, Senators Bernie Sanders and Representative Tulsi Gabbard. Post in January 2024 indicated support for former Republican presidential primary candidate Vivek Ramaswamy. Now, I would like to highlight how they are cherry-picking certain things and ignoring the others. Just saying. Now, again, let me go big screen here so we can have that relationship real quick. This attempted assassination is trying to be framed as the right is so insane that the right is trying to off its own right leaders because the right is so mean and bad. Even though every single thing that you've seen in the last 2, 3, 4 years when it comes to any type of egregious tragedy with a firearm, it seems like there seems to be a theme, and we've covered it in this video. I can't say it out loud verbally, but I can allude back to something else prior in this video. You guys can figure out what it is. But it's interesting how all of a sudden, because they can't have the support for Trump go up like it did the last time he was assassinated, because that sentence is a statement unto itself. You can't have that, so you got to make it about Republicans. So it's all about politicization. It's not about a former president being attempted assassination twice and the Secret Service allowing him within 400 yards twice. No, can't talk about that. Can't talk about anything that would be, I don't know, a reason why he would be assassinated twice when he has no chance, but all of a sudden they have to kill him. That's very odd how those things are kind of aligning to each other. And at the exact same time, they use this opportunity to ban guns, vote for Kamala Harris, because after all, Republicans want to off their own Republican leaders. All the while, the people are Democratic supporters. Again, not couching this on all Democrats, but it is an interesting trend when the rhetoric is, we've got to save democracy, Trump will end democracy, and the very same guy who just tried to assassinate him is literally saying on his X profile, we have to save democracy by not allowing Trump to be president. At a certain point, guys, you just kind of have to call a duck, and not one in Springfield, Ohio. Got to do something for the internet. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. We are following this fast and furious, just like the ATF does. And I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.